Okay, well, you can't cast out a breach. You can't cast out something that's a lack of something. You can't cast out, as if it were an entity, a consequence of sin or error or mismanagement of the body or the effect of bad company on your thoughts and your motivation. You can't cast that out. You have to put it right. You have to correct it. Turn. And if it's going to take some therapy of, 36 lessons of, casting out therapy of ancestral goodness knows what, then you don't believe in the gospel. The gospel is that once and for all, God forgives, that you're now His. Not His, but tainted with all sorts of ancestral problems and curses that people have put on you and consequences of childhood trauma and everything that the psychologist and the, amateur spiritualist wants to exercise. Or should I say exorcise? But all they do is exercise it, don't they? And it goes on. And goodness, the same people come up a fortnight later for either the same condition or something different, and we cast that out. And so it goes on. And they don't look any more Christian or relieved or joyful or, it's not transforming their life. It's an ongoing suffering of conflict and war, apparently, that's going on within them as they present it or feel it to be.
It's not what the Jesus story is about, or even Christianity.
It's not what loving God's about. It's certainly not what being born again is about. It's not what jon17 is about, which is being one with God. It's not knowing that God dwelling in you makes you complete. It's not knowing that you're a child of God and therefore protected by God. I mean, goodness, you come anywhere near my kids, I kill you. Well, what do you think God's like? He's going to benevolently say, oh, well, yeah, okay. Yes, he's received another demon, isn't he? I mean, really, be reasonable. He's an awesome God, loving and powerful, loves you in particular, and you are told to understand your relationship to him in terms of a father and a child, his child. Get that in your mind. It's the best we can do to explain the unexplainable, the awesome goodness of God, and who you are to him and him to you, and you to all the other children of God. Think about it. Don't go down this endless road of criticism, looking for faults, knowing what's wrong with the world, seeing demons in everything, conspiracy theory, cynicism, what's his hidden agenda here? All these conspiratorial explanations for things that have happened in the past and all the rest, and in the present, and will happen in the future. We are not given a spirit of fear, but of trust in God. God is our Father, a simply wonderful friend, wonderful, wonderful person. Our preoccupation is with that. It's called living in faith and trust and love of him, the love of God. Anyone could give you quite a few good descriptions of what that is. Very similar. Our ideas of the ideal are very similar, really. Whatsoever is good and lovely. Think on these things. Not conspiracy theories, not criticisms, not gossip, not bad news, not the state of the world, not how appalling this battle is against evil. whatsoever's good and lovely. In other words, you've got to start to focus on God. Because if you don't focus on God, how are you going to know him? And if you don't know God, you don't have life eternal. This is life eternal, to know thee, the only true God. Start to see him in your life, in the fact that you can think at the moment, that your body's not racked with pain, that probably you're not hungry, probably you're sheltered, probably the neighbours are not cruel to you, probably the boss tolerates you quite well, possibly you have some sort of income. Certainly, you love God. You want to love God. That is the love of God in you. How do you think it got there? It's his love in you, making you complete. To love God is to love God. To want to love God is to love God. That which a man wants is what he is. As is the shrine, so is the worshipper, for goodness sake. You are what you occupy your mind with. Be vigilant. Be devoted. Devoted to God. Love God with all your heart, soul, mind and strength. Not these elaborate conspiracy theories that, could well be true. Almost I want to respond, so what? I believe in an awesome God. I have no idea why he is allowing this. Do you see, it's a different view of the world. It's not the world's achieving this despite the goodness of God. No way. God's allowing it because in some way he's going to use it to great purpose. Am I going to say that the imaginations of man are more powerful and more effective than God? Could man create the universe? I don't think so. Could man even create himself? Well, he thinks he might manage it in the end, but he's not there yet, He can't even produce a machine that mends itself, leave alone reproduces itself, and reproduces itself in an incredible variety. Our children are not the same as, they're not clones of us, are they? Do you see? We have been delivered from, if you like, the spirit of fear and the spirit of guilt. There's no guilt of the ancestors or anything else that can be on us. We're born of God, for goodness sake. We are at peace. We're in joy. We're in hope. We have good reason for it, too. We look at our life to date and we realise he's kept us. It's not we ourselves that are responsible for our prosperity. That's a nonsense. We are what we are because God has allowed. This is the part we're playing. We don't know why. Why is my ministry so mundane compared to those that delve in darkest Africa? Oh, no idea. I'm glad it is what it is. I delight in accepting what is, as of the hand of God, even if it's troublesome, and sometimes even if it's desperate. I will thank him that I can trust him, and I've good reason to trust him. We will trust in the Lord. See who we are. Here I stand, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. If our God doesn't deliver us from the flames, still we won't worship you. We know what we value, mate. You're wasting your time. You can't touch us with your fears and your concerns in that way. Sure, you touch us with your plight and your desperation and your fear and your confinement and, well, honestly, your lack of vision. And our heart goes out to you, and we would rescue you. But the rescue is simply in knowing God better. This is life eternal, to know him, the only true God, Jesus Christ whom thou hast sent. How are you going to do that? You're going to focus on whatever's good, so that you know him. How do you learn from a teacher? You concentrate on him. You concentrate on what he's saying, what he's doing, what he's drawing, what he's writing, what his notes are. You live with him day and night if you really can. If you're going to be a disciple. You're going to walk with him, for goodness sake. Your whole life's going to be dominated by him. Why? Because that's the person I believe in. I need to know what he knows, that I might have life eternal too. Thank you, Heavenly Father.